why the ancestors gonna have to come help in this situation. That's exactly what has happened. Our people have been instrumental in being so distracted that we couldn't speak out against this. I'll be honest with you. If not one black person had voted, Barack Obama would still be the president.
Yes.
You got to understand that.
Yes.
If not one black person had voted, Obama would still be the president. So we didn't do anything. What we did do is we got distracted. And we missed this. The most insulting part of all is that the people who own Barack Obama, the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, these are names y'all gonna hear in church. Okay, so you're gonna hear about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John in church. You're gonna hear about Nebuchadnezzar, and Solomon, Daniel, and Ezekiel, and Jeremiah, Obadiah. That's who you, and Paul. That's who you're going to hear about in church. Okay? That's why most black folk don't know anything about the Bilderberg group. Because Bilderbergers is not in the biblical text. The shifts are not in the Bible. The J.P. Morgans are not in the Bible. The Rockefellers are not in the Bible. Y'all grabbing what I'm saying? Yes. You see, and one thing that most preachers have to do, and they got to preach that Bible, or they'll get voted out of their churches. So, even if they know better, they don't want to lose the Lexus they got parked outside. So they adopt the attitude of, my folk don't want to hear about that stuff. They want to hear about how the Lord is going to come and rescue them from this mess that we're in. That's what they want to hear about. Dr. Hagins. When black preachers need to be educating black people about the power of the crown. All right. You see, that's why the president cannot carry the office of king. Because, see, the United States is a corporation. And it has a president. And the president has to do what its board of directors tell it to do. That's how this goes, people. The tragedy is that these powerful people have taken chocolate-colored men like Barack and William Kip Ward, who's the general, commanding general over this, as you see his name there.
Yes, sir.
And others to carry this out. Why have they selected? See, George Bush was getting ready to do this. It was implemented under his administration. He just didn't tell y'all about it.
Right.
He said, let's let the chocolate man carry it out.
That's right.
See, let's put chocolate people over this so that when we invade Africa and take their natural resources, the chocolate people in Africa can't say that white folk came in here and did this.
That's right.
Dog, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And then, of course, how many of y'all heard about those days in slavery times when the slave slave oppressor would allow the black enslaved Africans to gather for church service.
Yes.
They couldn't gather for church service unless a white person was present to monitor everything that was said. Y'all follow what I'm saying? Well, guess what, y'all? Ain't nothing changed.
That's right.
Because their monitor now is Hillary Clinton.
There you go.
See, Hillary Clinton, the new Secretary of State, is the white monitor to make sure that the Negroes are doing what they're supposed to do in Africom. Don't take my word for what I'm saying. Go right here to this website. Go to google.com, type in Africom, A-F-R-I-C-O-M, and when you pull up this website, right here in this search box, just type the words Hillary Clinton, and you'll see Hillary Clinton's address before the Senate, where she outlines, now check this out, she outlines Barack Obama's Africa policy. Like it's his policy. Yeah, ain't that deep?
Yes, sir.
What's deep about it is she knew this all along. Contrary to popular opinion, she knew she wasn't going to be president.
Right.
They had to put this in, they had in mind to take over Africa. And you know good and well they weren't going to let no white woman go in and invade Africa. The thing was a charade, it was a distraction. She knew she was going to be the Secretary of State. Barack knew he was going to be president. They promised that to him years ago. Because Brzezinski wants his agenda carried out. Y'all all right? You see, brothers and sisters, to our people, those who are listening to this on the internet, those who got this DVD, CDs, those of you who are listening to our black people who so eagerly praised and supported the program to elect Obama. Now notice how I'm saying that, because I'm not attacking you. Listen to what I'm saying. Those of you who so eagerly praised and supported the program to elect Obama, I have to congratulate you for your commitment. I have to congratulate you for your support to the agenda of the system that owns Obama. Did y'all hear how I said that?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to say this as diplomatically and properly as I can.
Tell it like this.
I have to congratulate our people for their commitment and support to the agenda of the system that owns Obama. I'm happy that you are happy. And some are very happy. You have done exactly what the powers that be wanted you to do. I know you didn't mean any harm. I know you didn't. Because just the idea of a black man becoming the president of the United States made you stop thinking just long enough for them to implement their program called Africom with little or no resistance from the very people who are the children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren of Mother Africa.
Yes, sir.
Y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
You see, in other words, y'all, if we had known about this,
Yeah.
don't feel bad, I didn't know about it either.
That's right.
When we all raised our hands up, my hand, last Sunday, my hand went up with yours. Because see, I was just as distracted as you were. I was distracted distracted by you being distracted. And I'm trying to tell you to stop being distracted. I allowed you to distract me with you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's almost like the phrase, you can't hold a man down without staying down with him. Okay? Well, you can't stop people from spend too much time trying to stop people from being distracted, because that distracts you too.
But you will too.
You see? Oh man, let me just show y'all a couple of things here. Brother Rick, if you will, you can just kind of focus the camera right there on the screen. I want brothers and sisters to hear some things here. First of all, again, I'm not going to go through this site. You see it here. Of course, this is the shoulder patch. I don't know if this makes it any larger. Let me click on it and see. There you go. That is the crest that military forces
Wow.
will wear on their shoulder.
Wow.
Ain't that a mess? United States Africa Command. That's the crest they created. Okay? Now let's kind of go back over here. The very country that they tell y'all to stay out of. What you want to go to Africa for? Ain't nothing in Africa. You need to go to France, go to Hawaii.